welcome back to Tokyo, Japan, home of bench press and home for this year for the IPF 2019 World Open Sub-Junior, Junior and Masters Classic and Equipped Bench Press Championships, and it just gets better and better. And right now we've got the M1 to the M4's 83 kilogram, and this is probably one of the toughest weight classes there is, and some huge numbers coming this way. To give you an idea, world records in the 83 M1 300 kilograms, in the M2 250, in the M3 215.5, and the M4's 165. Huge numbers. And we're going to open up this session with Robert King from Canada, opening with 75 kilograms. Has lifted well above this before. I imagine he's got a little bit of an injury, and now making sure he can put the numbers on the board and get the points for his team. As you can see, 75 kilos is nothing strenuous for him. We jump to 160 now. Haruki Imazumi from Japan, 160 on the bar. And the bar is loaded at 160. It looks like our spotters and loaders are rocketing through it again. The bar loaded signal has been called. We seem to be missing a rookie from Japan. Technical controller just seeing where he is and if he's coming. Sometimes athletes just mistime this first lift, getting all their equipment on. And he requested the blocks. Only leaving himself 17 seconds there. Not a lot of time to set up for 160. It's so important for athletes to be ready when that bar loaded signal is called. Just sneaks in with 2 seconds to spare and manages 160 even under pressure. It's so important to be organised, and it's so important to put in an opening lift that you can do even when things go wrong. That'll be Ospanov from Kazakhstan now for 160. We're in the Masters 4 now. 70 years of age, competing for 44 years. So lots of experience. Technical controller there from Russia, just making sure his wrist wraps are done up before he walks out. You cannot adjust your wrist wraps on the platform, only your belt. So 160 on the bar for Ospanov from Kazakhstan. Working it to the top. He's going to push pretty hard. Struggling to lock out at the top there. So the referees have to say, and it's a no lift. I hope when I'm 70, I'm lifting half that much. Andrew Howard from Hong Kong, 175. They're back into the Masters 2 now. 50 years of age. You'd have to be the youngest looking 50-year-old I've ever seen. $175 kilograms on the bar from Andrew Howard. Big Mike, chief referee, watching everything very closely. Very smooth opening lift. Excellent attempt selection there. 3 white lights. Attack Adrian from the Netherlands. 175. Some of these guys have had a busy week already. You can see they've got some room to move that shirt a little bit. So they've got it set for his opening lift 175. They'll make some adjustments to that as he goes through his attempts. Gets a quick press call straight to the top. That should be a good lift, and it is with 3 white lights. Igo Ito from Japan now, 190 kilograms in the Masters 2. $190 kilograms. Some absolutely enormous numbers coming up today. Oh, well, that shirt's tight. There's plenty of power off the chest. And that should be a good lift, and it is. He gets it on the board. Arthur Herner from Germany now, 192.5. We're in the Masters 3. 62 years of age. Just giving some instructions there to the head spotter. Getting up on those shoulders. Waiting for that lift off. Takes the weight. Dragging down through that shirt, making it hard for him to keep his head down. And a little bit difficult to control after that. Just really had to work hard to try and get it to his chest. And the shirt just taking control there. Osamu Ojima from Japan now, 195. Masters 3. So 65 years of age. This is his personal best equal here. Listed his job as unknown. $195 kilograms on the bar. We'll get through these opening lifts and then we'll start watching everyone try and find their way up through positions. Shirt is set well, tension's good, gets good speed off the chest, but just couldn't quite follow it through. So Wesley Kipp from the USA now, 200 kilograms goes on the bar. $200 kilograms, Masters 2, 57 years of age. 200 kilogram opener. A 200 kilogram opener isn't even the biggest opener. Just saw Jen Thompson go past the corner there. Looks like she's out the back coaching as well. She's had a very, very busy week. Plenty of speed off the chest. Struggled a little bit with lockout, some hesitation there, but enough to get 2 white lights, and it's on the board. Donovan Thompson now. 202.5. Of course, Jen in his corner. .202.5. .30 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time to set up. See the tension of the shirt there. Will compress his chest. Got the tension just right on that shirt. Didn't have to work too hard to get it down, and got enough speed off the chest to push it through. And it's 3 white lights on the board. Thomas Ring from Sweden now, 205 as well in the Masters 2. .205 kilograms. You can see those shirts, the sleeves just digging into the shoulders. If you've never lifted a quip before, it's quite a different experience, quite a different type of lift. And when you're just starting out, those shirts could be extremely aggressive on the body. 205 for Thomas Ring. Gets it to the chest. Bit of a heavy touch, but gets enough power off the chest to follow it through, and it should be a good lift, and it is. Andreas Petrens from Germany, 207.5. He's the top opening lifter in the M383s. And Herner and Najima had missed their opening lifts in the M3s. So if Petrens can put this on the board, he is going to have it all his own way and run his own race today. 207.5 opening on personal best. Gets it touched. Nice light touch too. Having a little bit of trouble on the left. And the chief referee just waiting for that lockout, and it didn't happen. So he will miss that first lift. Himenov from Mongolia, 210 kilograms on the bar. We're back into the M1s now. Michio Yusi from Japan in the M1s has nominated a 260 opening lift. Absolutely monstrous. But right now, Mongolia, 210 kilograms on the bar. He is a very big, solid 83 kilo lifter. Weighed in at 82.6. Having a hard time getting it to the chest, touched very low, got forward, but managed to recover. Somehow managed to stop that from going forward and gets the 3 white lights. Fabrice Bertin from France, 212.5 kilograms. So we're back in the M2s. 212.5 kilograms on the bar. 27 years competing, 52 years of age. Tension's good. Gets the speed, follows it through. That should be a good lift. The French having a fantastic day today. And it is 3 white lights. Tommy Vikla from Finland, 220 kilos, goes on the bar now. Very experienced lifter. $220 kilograms, well away from what he's capable of. Put a 232.5 to get second place at the World Championships last year. He's having to muscle it, just didn't get the direction and the speed he wanted off the chest there. Have a look at the replay. He touched very well, almost too easily. Not quite enough tension in that shirt. Cyril Pinguet from France, 220 kilograms. Can he put 220 on the board? Taking his time. Such a difficult thing, opening lifts, getting the tension on the shirt just right. He's got 220 on the bar. Did a 225 the European Championships last year. Get a gold medal. He's having to muscle it. Again, just looks like the shirt not as tight as he'd like it to be. Alexei Evakov from Russia now, 235. In the M2s, this is our highest nomination in the M2s. And he puts this on the board, he is going to certainly put some distance between himself and Vertin from France. And 2-3-5 for Alexei. He got that shirt tight and he gets plenty of speed off the chest and follows it through. It should be a good lift. And it is with 3 white lights. Mike Shapinski from the US of A now, 240 kilograms on the bar. Well away from what he's capable of. Got a second in the Nationals last year with a 242.5. We got a second in the Arnold Sports Festival last year with a 272.5. Well, that shirt is super tight for an opening lift, but it works for him. Absolutely flew off his chest, and 3 white lights. And now we load up a massive 260 kilograms for Michio Yasua from Japan. That is a huge lift on anyone's standards. 260. The world record is 300. Back in 2016, He set the world record at 231. And now he's here opening at 260. So he's no stranger to world records. And he's no stranger to this type of weight. Struggling to get it to his chest. Gets the press call and he's muscling it up. And I think we've been, the bar on the left-hand side might have gone down. I couldn't really see from this angle, and it has. Just struggling to get that to the top. Shirt was extremely tight. The bar was changing directions all over the place, trying to get it to the bottom. Robert King now with 155. He's blown off the cobwebs with his opening lift to 75. He's come back out and said, "Coach, put me in." So here he is at 155 now.
Now you can stop the game to see throw. You can stop it. Went out for correction.
Strong set. Hands right. Squeeze.
155 for Robert King. He dusted off the cobwebs. And now he wants in the game. And chief referee there just telling him he needs to lock those elbows. Having to pull through that shirt. They've tightened it up a lot. Plenty of speed. Can he get it back to the top? Let's see what the referees say. 2 white lights and it's on the board. So now we load up 160 for Osmanov from Kazakhstan. So we're in the M4s now. 160 kilograms. $160 kilos. This will be his best lift. And Kazakhstan having a fantastic week so far.
Start. Press. Back.
So he's listed at 150 as a best lift. He actually hit a 170 quite some time back, so he's done more than that several years ago. And unfortunately today that'll be a no lift. And we have an M4 record, 166. 366 pounds for the world record. 72 years of age, 3 years competing, and now looking for a world record. 166 kilograms goes on the bar for a world record attempt. And we're only in round 2. $166 kilograms. He rushed his opening lift. He only had about 15 seconds to set up, and he had no problem with it. And having to replace elbows not locking out. Now, the refs have been consistent on this rule all week. The elbows have to be in a straight position. Gets the press call. Just can't quite get it back to the top. Probably a little bit flustered from having to replace, but it's something the referees have been consistent on all week with elbows. Andrew Howard now from Hong Kong, 185 kilograms, opened at 175. Now looking for a personal best of 185. There's plenty of experience in his corner. So 185. Taking his time. Let's see how much tension they put in that shirt. He's going to have to work to keep his head down. Good. Good shirt tension there. Was able to get it to his chest without too much work, which saved the energy to allow him to really fire it off his chest. Artak Austrian Netherlands, 185. Just getting some chalk on those hands. Don't think he's realised the bar loaded call. Now he realises. With the chalk, either magnesium carbonate or calcium carbonate. Everyone has a different choice. It helps to increase the friction between the hand and the bar. It stops it moving in your hands. Gets it to the top, handles 185. That was better than his opening lift. 3 white lights. Arthur Herner now from Germany, 192.5. Missed this on his opening lift. So now really wants to get this on the board. So the Masters 3 has become anyone's game now. $192.5. He's lifted above this plenty of times before, so he knows what this feels like in his hands. And getting a replacement call, needs to lock that elbow. Elbows have to be straight to get the star command, and they have to return to that position. Having to really work through that shirt, controls it well, good speed, and he locked that right elbow out. I think he's struggling to lock it out, and just couldn't lock the elbow, and you can see the head come off the bench as well. So we'll have a look at the replay there, and we can see he's just struggling to maintain balance, pulling that bar down. Jima from Japan now, 195. So M3 as well, missed his opening lift. And the M3 might come down to whoever can put one on the board. And equipped lifting can be so tough sometimes. And you slightly misjudge the shirt tension. And suddenly it becomes too difficult to control the bar. Gets it to her chest. And just struggling to get control of it. Pushes it back into the rack. And gets a little bit out of shape. So that'll be a no lift. Igo Ito from Japan now for 205 in the M2s. Here he comes. Ego Ito from Japan, 205. That's enough to temporarily roll him up into bronze medal, and with powerlifting especially equipped, there is no telling what can happen. Ito. Tension's good, speed's good, but just couldn't convert. I think his head came off the bench at the start anyway. Donovan Thompson, USA, 207.5. As we say, anything can happen in equipped lifting, and this will roll him up into the bronze medal position temporarily. Jen Thompson in the corner, giving him plenty of encouragement. So 207.5. Jen already taking home 2 World Championship medals. Can Donovan take one home as well? Tension looks good. Speed's good. Lockout looks good too. Let's wait and see what the referees say. And it's a good lift. 207.5 goes on the board. Andreas Petrens from Germany now, 210. So back into the Masters 3. No one has registered a lift yet in the Masters 3. Is it going to come down to whoever can put a lift on the board? And Andres is getting fired up. He wants to put this one on. If he gets this one on the board, he is closing the door on anyone else taking that gold medal. Get himself into position, needs to be stable, needs to control that bar to the chest. Not locking his elbows again. Everyone getting caught for this. It's a rule that we've always had. The referees have been consistent on it this week. Big Mike being very vocal. He's having to work hard to get it down there. Speed off the chest is good. I think just a little bit too much energy trying to get it to the chest. Just couldn't quite get it. Big Mike, the chief referee there, being very vocal to the athletes, making sure they hear him tell them what the problem is with the replacement. Thomas Ring from Sweden now, 212.5. So the M3 category is going to come down to whoever can put one on the board. That's the importance of opening at the right weight, a weight that you can do any time, in any condition. Thomas Ring, 212. So this will shift him into second position temporarily. Good tension on the shirt there, didn't have to work too hard. Got plenty of speed, but just couldn't convert. So Wesley Kipp from the US of A, 215. So he's going to have a shot at moving up to the silver medal. $215 kilograms, opened at 200. And now wants 215. Has decided, well, everyone keeps missing. Maybe if I can get this on the board, I can get myself a medal. So 215 kilograms. Keeps that head down well. Gets a good press command, and it's just a little bit too much. The shirt tension looked good. I think they'll go at the back, make some adjustments to that shirt, and he should smoke that on his third. Fabrice Bertin from France now, 217 and a half. So he wants the silver medal position. And this lift here will hold that place for him. And everyone else is going to have to do the work to catch him. 217.5. Smooth to the chest, light touch, good speed. That's how it's done. That is how it's done, 217 and a half. Now everyone else is going to have to do the work to try and catch him. Tommy Vikla now from Finland, 220 goes on the bar. So we're back into the M1s. So he missed his opener at 220. Take his time. And just the chief referee instructing needs to move their hand to cover that ring. Gets the start. Looks like he lost a lot of power there, but he's managed to muscle that up somehow. And he gets the 2 white lights and it's on the board. Now, Cyril Pingway from France now, 220 on the bar. He missed his opening lift. And this is enough to push him up to second position on weight. Can he get this one on the board? You can see the technical controller in the background, just making sure the next lifter's equipment is all the way it should be. Doing a great job. Gets it to his chest. Good speed. Great speed off the chest. Was it enough? And it was to go on the board and roll up the second. So 222 and a half goes on the board now for Gimbinov from Mongolia. And he wants to take second place back again. But he's going to have to work for it today. The 222 and a half. This will be his biggest competition lift. And Mongolia have had some ups and downs through this competition. They've had some fantastic sessions, and then they've had a few missed lifts as well, and some opening choices that weren't the best. But this one today looks good. 210 now, 222 and a half. He's smooth to the chest, touches lightly, powers it off. That should be a good lift. And that's how it's done. Alexei Nevyakov from Russia now, 245. His opening lift at 235. Pretty much locked up the house in the gold medal. And now 245, just to rub some salt into the wound. "24 years of competing. and in a country with a fantastic history of powerlifting.
Start.
Gets it to the chest, light touch, good power. He's gonna have to muscle it through though, and he does. And it should be a good lift, and it is, 245. No one is coming anywhere near Alexi today. Nishio Yasua from Japan, 260. Had this as an opening lift and missed it. So he started the day in a position of probably the favorite to take the gold medal. And now he's found himself just trying to hang on to the silver with this lift. $260 kilograms. For Yasua from Japan in his home country. Gets the start command quickly that time. Struggles to get stability at the bottom there with the bar. Just can't stabilize. He gets back to the top. I don't know if he's done all he has to do here, and he hasn't. Look, I think that bar might have sunken. Mike Shapinski from the USA now, 262.5. Opened at 240. Now wants to put the pressure on and say, if you want this gold medal, you're going to have to come and get it. 262.5. And a great opening lift. Let's see, Yasua's put in 262.5 for his third. It's a nice light touch. He's having to muscle it a bit. It's pretty slow, but he gets it to the top. And that should be a good lift, and it is. It's on the board of 262.5. And he's holding the gold medal position with that one. Robert King from Canada now, 160. Robert King from Canada, 160 kilograms. Opened at 75 to dust off the cobwebs. Put on 155 and nailed it. Now looking to smoke 160. Elbow still not locking out. And he's driving hard, but just can't get it there. Unfortunately, no lift. Ospanov now from Kazakhstan, 162.5. So 162.5. We're in the M4s now. He has not had a great day so far. $162.5. Gets it to the chest, gets good speed, and just can't control that right-hand side. It was almost there and almost locked out, but just couldn't do it. Mizumi from Japan now, 166. Going to take another crack at that world record. He was so close before. So here he is, 166, taking another attempt at that world record. Missed it on his second attempt. He's going to need to be a lot more fired up. You have to have that shirt tension just right. If it's too easy to get to the chest, then you're not going to get the power. If it's too hard, difficult to control the bar and difficult to get it to the chest. 166 for a world M4 record. There it is. It should get to the top. The tension was right. He slid it down to his chest smoothly and he gets the world record. You can chalk that one up to experience. And he gets the world record at 166. So now we're in the M3s. Arthur Herner from Germany, 192.5. No one has registered a lift in the M3s yet, and this is the last round. Is it going to be a case of whoever can put a lift on the board will win the gold medal? Or will they all get their third lift? So 192.5, if he gets this on the board, he'll go into the gold medal position, and he'll have to wait and see.
Start.
Gets a quick start command. Struggling to get it down. Gets it off the chest fast. Can he lock it out? He's working. He's got it to the top. I think he's got this on the board. And he has. Could that be the winning lift? We'll find out in a second, because Ejima from Japan now, he's having his third attempt at 195. Has not got one on the board yet. And this lift will put him into the gold medal position. You can see they've tightened that shirt right up. Let's hope they haven't gone too tight and he can still get it to his chest. .195. He has to put this on the board. He's only got 14 seconds left to start his lift. He's running out of time now. He's cut it very fine.
Start.
Just got it in there.
Press.
And he gets it to the top. Is it clean enough though? It is, and it goes on the board, and he puts himself in the gold medal position. And we're going to have to wait for a little bit longer before we see the third M3 lift, because right now we've got Andrew Howard from Hong Kong, 195 in the M2s. Opened at 175, smoked at 185, now looking for 195. .195 kilograms. Could be enough to move him up to 6th position. That extra position would be nice for him.
Start. Press.
Came off the chest well, gets it to the top. Let's wait for the referees, and it's 3 white lights. And now Artak Azrin from the Netherlands, 195. Again, he opened 175. Went 185, now looking for 195. And this could be enough to shift him up to 5th position. $195.
Start! Press!
Oh, he's worked through that very, very well. And he gets it on the board with 2 white lights. Coach is happy with that. Andreas Petrens from Germany now. So we're back into the M3s. No one had registered a lift, and then all of a sudden, Ajima put his on, Herner put his on. Now 210 for Petrens from Germany. If this goes on the board, he will swoop in and take that gold medal away from Ajima. But he's going to have to work hard. He's had all sorts of problems with this lift. And we are all waiting to see what happens. Working to his chest. Can he stabilize? That's a lot better touch. And he gets to lock out. I just don't think he was able to lock that out properly. And he wasn't, and he'll be disappointed with that. So Ajima will take away the gold medal in the M3s. And right now, Igo Ito from Japan, 210 kilograms in the M2s. And this will temporarily place him in the bronze medal position. He missed 205 on his second. Now wants 210. It's not unusual to see that tactic in equipped bench. Throwing on some extra weight can activate the shirt a little bit more. Well, let's see how they go. And he has decided that this is not going to happen. I'll be a little disappointed with that. So now we roll on to Thomas Ring from Sweden, 12.5 to move into the bronze medal position. He missed this on his second attempt. And he's going to need every bit of determination he's got to get this on the board. Taking his time. Takes that big breath. Smooth to his chest. He's going to have to work for it, but it's a little bit too much. And the spotters take that one. So Wesley Kipp, 215 kilograms. Again, missing this on his second lift. And this will propel him into third position. He's got plenty of support in the crowd. So this is to move him into third position. And that will force Thomas Donovan to have to lift his. Although Thomas does have the option to drop to 215. And it's just a little too much. So Donovan Thompson now, 217 and a half. Has he kept it the same? He has. He's fired up. He is fired up and ready to go with 217.5. This is enough to move him into the silver medal position. This will give him the silver, with Burton to lift after. Donovan Thompson, 217.5. Smooth to the chest, nice light touch, good press, Kenny muscle. It's a little too much. Just a bit too much to ask today. So he will take home the bronze medal. Fabrice Burton now 222.5. So he has the silver medal wrapped up. This won't change his ranking. This one's just for him. This one's for France. Two, 5. Just shy of 500 pounds. It's moving, it's still moving. I think it may have dipped. He locks it to the top. Let's see what the referees say. And he gets the 3 white lights at 2.5. Now we move to the M1s. Tommy Vikla, Finland, 2.5 as well. This will shift him up to the silver medal position temporarily. He doesn't have a weight advantage, so he's going to have to wait and see what everyone else lifts. Tommy Vikla, Finland, 2.5. Bounced it hard on his stomach. Dropped it low, but managed to regain control somehow of that bar and gets it on the board. Cyril Pignette from France. So he wants 2.5 as well. And being that little bit lighter, this will move him into the silver medal position. Here he comes, 222.5. Just shy of 500 pounds. Cut his time very close there. All right, it's just a bit too much for him. Great job from the spotters there. Just couldn't quite get it there. So Gimbinov from Mongolia now, he wants 225. He wants to have a crack at the silver medal. Everyone wants the silver medal, but it's just a little bit out of reach. $225 for a silver medal. $225 kilos on the bar, 496 pound. 27 seconds left to start his lift. He's been good so far. Struggled to get that one to his chest. He gets it there. but it's just a little too much, and the shirt takes control. So he'll have to settle for 4th position, I think. We have an M2 record now. Alexei Nevyakov from Russia has put on 250.5. Wants to take a stab at the world record. If anyone can do it, it's Alexei. $250.5 kilos. Nothing like getting a new PB with a world record. 250.5 kilograms. Opened at 235, second at 245. It's not a big jump at all in equipped lifting. Not a big jump at all. Can we see another world record today? Got good speed, he's muscling it up. And he just can't quite lock that right-hand side. He'll take home the gold medal though. And now Yasuo from Japan, who came into this as a favorite to take out a gold medal. He opened at 260, failed to get it on the board, failed it on his second. He's now put on 267.5 to try and get himself back up there. He's under all sorts of pressure. All sorts of pressure here. 267.5. If he gets this on the board, he goes up to the gold medal position. If he misses, he goes home without registering a lift. Struggling to control, and that looks like it's dipped already. And unfortunately, it didn't happen, so he is going to go home empty-handed today. Mike Shapinski from the USA now with a massive 270 kilograms on the bar. 270 kilograms. He is in the gold medal position. No one is taking that away from him at all today. This is the last lift to this session. 270 kilos. What a fantastic way to finish. Come on, Mike. Nice light touch. Good. Good speed. Can he lock that? It looks good from here. He gets the rack command. What do they say? It's a good lift at 270 kilograms. What a way to finish this session. And the gold medal, Mike will take that home today. What an outstanding event. Don't go too far away. We will have the medal ceremony very, very soon. And with lots more action to come this afternoon, we've still got another 3 sessions of action-packed lifting today.
Keep it.
The next ball is Master 3. The weight is under 86 kg. The second place is Hilda Oslo from Germany. The record is 192.5 kg. And the first prize is Yujigo Osama from Japan. 195 kg. Please stand up for the national anthem of Japan. The next one is Master 2, the weight is under 82 kg. The third prize, Armstrong Broken from USA. The record is 207.5 kg. And the second prize is Martin Harris from France. The record and the first prize is Novikov Ashley from Russia. The record is 245 kg. Please stand